And so the demand for data center capacity has significantly increased, but so has the data that was being used anyway. So a recent industry report described the amount of data that had or the increase in data over the last decade as 100 times. So even without this sort of thirst for AI, we were already significantly expanding. But importantly, the amount of power consumed to drive that data consumption and data processing has only increased by half. So it hasn't increased by 100 times over that period. So I think that there's an awful lot of work that will be done in the next coming years to try and decrease the power intensity of compute. So enabling more compute with less power, and that has been seen over the past decade anyway, just with normal data use, notwithstanding AI. I also think that there will be a sort of a significant movement away from the large language foundational models that we've already seen, which take the hundreds of megawatts of compute power to put together and to learn, into more distilled applications. So I think that we'll see the move that we've had over the past few years to these large scale campuses, these gigawatt data centers with significant compute power. Yes, of course, some of that will continue, but we'll also see a movement, an increase in the edge, where the use cases and that really low latency requirement will come to the fore as more and more people have things that they want to have applications using AI. So I think there will be this continued transition. But suffice to say that the data center industry is working really hard, and Pure in particular is working hard at being considerate about building the data centers in the right locations, because there's quite a scramble at the moment where lots of sovereign powers and countries are declaring their desire for owning AI and making sure that they have sovereign capability. But we need to make sure that we can enable that, and we can enable it in a very thoughtful way and an enduring way. It needs to be sustainable. I don't want to be building any data centers that then become an unused tool in the future because the model has moved on. So yes, I think being very considerate about what we're doing.